Well, it was kind of like the door slammed and papers flew, and that was the introduction.
Oh no. Okay, well my first impression of the class was that I knew it was definitely going to be chaotic, and it was definitely not going to be like your typical like English class where you sit and listen to a lecture and then like do your homework. But I didn't expect it to be as fun as it was. It was a lot of fun the whole year.
My first impression of Mrs. Wisehart in her class was that it's very crazy, and she's very outgoing, loud, but in a very good way, and she's very inviting to anyone who is in her classroom.
I definitely knew, like, from the second I walked in that it was going to be different than any other classroom. It almost resembled an elementary school classroom. It was, like, colorful, and, like, she had a color scheme, and there were, like, inspirational quotes all over the walls, and it was just, like, and there were mailboxes, like we had those in 3rd grade. Like, those are just things, like, those are the things that, like, made you happy, and, like, you wanted to be in there.
Just like take a look around her room and you see like all these things up on the walls. Like being yourself is one of the most beautiful things in life. Embrace your uniqueness. And it's like those are my takeaways. The things that you see on the wall is like the truth about life. So.
Class is just so welcoming and she's so energetic, and I like that. Like I like a teacher like that.
Me too.
Yeah.
When you come into a class like this, you're more concerned with your grades, and then when you come out, you're more concerned with how much you've learned, not what you got on your like your scorecard, I guess you could say.
What I took away from Mrs. Wisehart's class was she really had an individual caring for every single person, and I know that I'm a junior, and I know that I can go back to Mrs. Wisehart for anything I would need at all, ever. And I know that she could give me advice on anything, and not only did I have like this role model to look up to, I had a great teacher who incorporated so many different types of learning.
Yeah, like not only was she a great teacher, she just taught like you how to be more positive and how to like have a good outlook on life. And like that's how I left the freshman year, like being like more positive and more just happy to be at school. Yeah, I enjoy coming to her class every day.
As the first semester like continued, we started to like get like really close, because we would like have times where we all sat like together and like talked about our lives instead of like focusing like on English like the entire class period. Like we would get closer. That was something I liked about it.
Yeah, our first period, first semester class was considered the crying class, because everyone just like was really comfortable in this class and kind of felt like they could share their heart and like let everyone else know everything about them, and people started crying, and it was just really cool to see how like everyone was super comfortable in this class and felt at home.
Yeah, the atmosphere was a lot different than any other class. You know, we all felt comfortable, and especially by the end of the year, it was sad to leave that group of people.
Well, something that was different about Mrs. Wisehart's class is that she would only make us sit for like 15 minutes, and then she would let us get up and be active. And one of the most important things about her letting us get up and be active is she always made us talk to someone different. Like, because most kids will go just to their friend because that's who they're comfortable talking to. But she would encourage us to approach people that we wouldn't normally talk to. And that was not only fun getting to know new people, but it also felt comforting having people coming to talk to you, because sometimes it's uncomfortable when she says go talk to someone and everyone goes talks to their best friend and then no one approaches you. You just always had someone to talk to, and everyone as a class grew closer, and you just felt comfortable to raise your hand or share something about life.
Okay, I think my big takeaway was that there's more to school than just work. There's life in school, and that a good teacher teaches you about life and school.
I took away that like my grades don't define me, and I shouldn't let anybody else's opinions of me define me either. That I'm my own person, and that I shouldn't be ashamed of who I am, and I should give 100% to all I do. And then that's basically life.
Okay.
Ms. Wisehart said that there's like 5 people in your life, one for each finger, but those are the people that you're gonna care what they think of you, and like everybody else, you can just kind of be yourself around.
Yeah, and that's something that I think is gonna stick with me, like even like through high school, through college, through the rest of my life. That's what I took away most, besides like the learning aspect of English. You know.
Yeah, we definitely learned the basic, normal English things, but I learned so many important life lessons that I'll never forget. in this class, and I'll never forget them, and they'll always be with me. So that's really cool. That Mrs. Wisehart's classroom is like the circus without the fear of clowns, because it's so much fun and like you enjoy being there, and that's the place you want to be, but there's nothing that you have to be afraid of.
It's not only an English class. Mrs. Wisehart uses different scenarios. Like she will use these things called TED Talks, and she'll use something from that to teach us English. So it's mixed, a combination of life lessons in English all together in one.
Another like project that we did that I really enjoyed and that was different from most classes was Genius Hour, and I really liked that because it gave me a chance to be like really passionate about something I'm learning about, and it was just something I was really into because you had the freedom to choose what you wanted to learn about, and it's not what you were told to be taught.
It was better, but it was awesome. It was better than better.
It was the best.
It was beyond better. Like here's better, and then
It's over there.
it's
It's out of the camera.
it's over here.
Unexpected.
Unpredictable.
Life-changing.
Unbelievable.
Original.
Beautiful.
Well, my biggest takeaway from Mrs. Wisehart's class is that she's really impacted me to want to make a difference in the world. All of my childhood, I've grown up wanting to be a wedding planner. I've wanted to plan and decorate weddings. But I think now I want to be a charity event coordinator. And instead of planning for weddings, I want to plan events that will raise money for people who need it. And once she brought me to tears because she gave us the opportunity to do a project on whatever we wanted. And I just knew that I wanted to do a project that would change the world, but I didn't know what I could do. And definitely my biggest takeaway is that I just want to change the world.
I'm a little nervous.
Let's do like
Grab the book.
high fives.
Drive.
You did great.
Still,
Still, it was a 10. You did great.